Hello everyone, welcome to lecture number 4 of Chemical Control and Coordination and Human Endocrine System. And in this lecture, we will be discussing about parathyroid gland and thymus gland. Now, coming to parathyroid gland, its location is in the back side of thyroid gland. As in the diagram, we can see that it is thyroid gland, that H-shaped structure. When we will be observing the back side of the thyroid gland, here you can see four yellow small structures. Here written superior parathyroid gland and here written inferior parathyroid gland. So therefore total four parathyroid glands are present, two in each lobe. Now the parathyroid glands may be present in the back side of the thyroid gland, but the functions of parathyroid gland is not controlled by thyroid gland. These parathyroid glands are generally small, oval in shape, yellow, vascular masses of cells. Generally, these cells are also can be classified into small cells, and here large oxyphil. Now, these cells are covered by capsule to give them protection, and these capsule are made up of connective tissue. Now, parathyroid gland generally secretes parathormone, which is also called as parathyroid hormone. Now, what is the function of parathyroid hormone? It's just opposite that of calcitonin. It plays an important role for calcium balance in body, but it is hypercalcemic in nature. As we have seen that in case of calcitonin, it is hypocalcemic in nature, whereas it is hypercalcemic in nature. This means it generally causes mobilizing of calcium ion from bones into the blood by bone dissolution. Now it is a very important point. Now this is all about parathyroid gland, and after this there comes the thymus gland. Thymus gland is, as you can observe in the diagram, it is present very much near to the heart. Here you can see it is the heart behind the lungs, and very close to heart and aorta this thymus gland is present. So coming to the point, as you can see there, it is endodermally derived. Now it is lobular in structure like lobule. It is located near heart and aorta, as we have discussed already, and it secretes the hormone thymosin. It secretes hormone thymosin, and it is also considered a primary lymphoid organ. And why it is called primary lymphoid organ, we will see in the next page. Now, the functions are its T cell differentiation, maturation of T lymphocyte. These T lymphocytes are generally WBCs, which helps us providing immunity of our body. Since the functions of thymus glands are generally associated with lymphocytes and lymphatic system, therefore it is also called as primary lymphatic organ or lymphatic gland. Coming to the third point, here written, it provides humoral immunity by production of antibodies from B lymphocytes. So when stimulus came, the secretion of thymosin occurs, and as a result there is a production of antibodies from B lymphocyte. It also enhances attainment of sexual maturity also. Here is an important point is that, as we have already seen through the functions, that most of the functions of thymosin are related to immunity. We can see that in older aged persons the immunity is very much weak. This is because these thymosin glands degenerates and become very much smaller, resulting in weak immunity. Now this is the end of the today's lecture, and in the next lecture we will be discussing about adrenal gland.